once again, thank you so much for coming this Sunday morning for the Sunday Feast program. And the next program is, Bhagavad Gita class. Today, we have a very wonderful speaker, His Grace Satya Rupa Gauranga Prabhu. Prabhu is, very well known to our congregation. He doesn't need any introduction. But, I just give this introduction for our own purifying, our hearts. He does many services for this temple, and he is the Sankirtan leader. And because of his leadership, we are able to distribute, so many Srila Prabhupada books, distribute the knowledge to everyone throughout the year. And he is a great leader also. And also Prabhu never says no to any service. So it is our, our goodness to have Prabhuji is giving class for us. In order to welcome Prabhuji, we will chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra one time loudly.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna devotees, thank you for gathering here for this today's Sunday Feast program. First of all, I want to convey my gratitude to give me an opportunity to talk in front of all of you to His Grace Satyasara Prabhu and Jai Subhadra Mataji. Okay, we are moving on to first to invoke the auspiciousness, we will sing Jai Radha Madhava. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Srila Prabhupada ki. Okay, today we are going to discuss verse Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, 44 verse. If anybody wants to pull in their smartphones using database, you can pull second chapter, 44 verse. Bhogaishvarya prasaktanam तयापहृतति चेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समादौ न विधीयते भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानां तयापहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समादौ न विधीयते भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानां तयापहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समादौ न विधीयते. One Prabhu, one Mataji, one kid can chant. भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानां तयापहृतचेतसां
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते
भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानां तयापहृतचेतसां
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते
अमृत भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानां तयापहृतचेतसां
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते.
Thank you, devotees, for volunteering to recite this verse. Okay, we'll see the synonyms. Bhoga, to material enjoyment. Aishwarya, and opulence. Prasaktanam, for those who are attached. Taya, by such things. Apahrita chetasam, bewildered in mind. Vyavasayatmika, fixed in determination. Buddhihi, devotional service to the Lord. Samadhau, in the controlled mind. Na, never. Vidiyate, does take place. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai. In the minds of those who are too attached to the sense enjoyment and material opulence, and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. So in the minds of those who are too attached to the sense enjoyment and material opulence, and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for the devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. Before we are discussing into this verse, I want to pray to all Guru Parampara and Krishna who are like giving knowledge and imparting knowledge in our minds so that we can speak something about this verse. If you can follow along. Om Ajnanaatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Uta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavancha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunadanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakanvitamsha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Krupa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Brinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namah Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. So I picked up this verse because we know the truth, what is the objective of the life, but often we are bewildered and we are carried out of those things, material things. So what is the problem? So this is so much emphasis is required again and again, though we know that often we are not choosing consciously which is correct to us. So here one point is very important, like apahrita chetasam. So bewildered in mind. So bewilderment is like illusion. We always under illusion. So because of that illusion, we think that bodily pleasure is my pleasure. We are not understanding that concept properly. That's why often I see friends, we will see, and while discussing, we have one life we need to enjoy up to the fullest. But they don't know what is the enjoyment. That's the reason we have seen many successful entrepreneurs or whoever nicely settled in their material life. At the fag end of the life, they feel that I'm not feeling complete. Why that is happening? Why that is? Because they are, the actual thing is one and thinking is another one. That is where this gap is coming. That is what here Krishna is saying, apahruta chetasam is the illusion. So because I am thinking that whatever the bodily pleasure is my pleasure, but it is not. So my pleasure is different. I am not this body. We know that. Just like a man is, whenever he get extreme feverish condition, he talks unconsciously some things. So whatever he is speaking is not the actual person is speaking, because he is in the deluded condition. Whenever we have in the deluded condition, we speak the disconnect. It is not the active. So whenever we have cured that person, when he comes into the normal consciousness, then he will speak the real. So like that, whatever we are in this conditioned body, we are also like in a deluded condition. So some philosophers says that this delirious condition we can cure it. How this, because of this, so how this one, whenever the fever comes, we have given a cure, then he will come to the normal person. So whenever this bodily, whenever we are thinking in this bodily, so whenever we are feeling the pleasure and pain towards this body, what we can do, if we dismantle this body, and wherever it is comes from, that this body comes from the Panchabhutas, then when dismantled into this Panchabhutas, our whatever the pressure, the pain will go away. That is what the main thinking. So what they will do usually, so the problem, the pain for this body is coming just because my activities. If I want to stop this activity, then I don't get any pain. That is, some philosophers teach about it. If you see that in the Buddha philosophy, the root cause of the all problems is these activities. So they will stop all activities. They called it as nirvana. So if you stop all activities and there is no pain, we will experience it. Okay. So and also they teach that Sunyavad. It is philosophy of this body gathered, is prepared of these five gross elements. Whenever this body dismantled, that's all, nothing is there. So what they think that if we can stop and it is coming from the void, this body coming into the existence from the void and again go into the void. That is what their philosophy. At least the devotees of us, right, like who knows the Bhagavad Gita, we will not believe that. We know that we have a soul inside it. How we can say that? Because of that consciousness. So just like that, if somewhere far we can see the flame is coming out, a big flame, then we can say that there so light is coming or the smoke is coming. Without seeing that, we can observe that there is a fire. Because unless until there is a fire, there is no smoke and there is no heat. So whenever, even though we are not perceiving that heat or the fire directly, but we can understand that whenever we see the smoke or a fire, then heat, we can definitely understand there is a fire. So consciousness also is like that. Whenever the body, within this body, there is a consciousness. That is how I am able to speak and you are able to hear and I am able to move the hand. When this consciousness gone from my body, then it treated as a dead body. It is no longer, it's even small person can, small kid can tell that, the fact. Because there is a soul, the consciousness is the symptom of the soul. So through the consciousness we can clearly understand that there is a soul inside, it is not just matter of the body. Even like we know that, so if they think that just it is a mere, just a matter, this body just made up of just 5 gross elements, why can't they revive the dead body? They know that how in medical practitioners, they know that how this, the heart is functioning. Why cannot do that artificially? They can pump the blood and make it, whatever, supply the respiratory gas, whatever required, oxygen. Why can't they revive that dead body? Right? So we should understand that without the consciousness, the body cannot do anything. Just like you buy a very good car, okay? So Tesla or whatever, the car. So you should understand that how it is functioning first. Then how to operate that you need to know. If you don't know how to drive that vehicle and you are like without knowing and you are randomly pressing some of the buttons and all, it won't work. It may cause to the destruction. It may cause to death. The entire car might get dismantled and inside the person being affected by that, not knowing the knowledge. So the soul within the body should understand that this body, how it functions. Like you understand the driver should be an expert driver, then car will give a smooth experience, a pleasant experience. If you don't, in the similar way, like in the car, the soul and body, if the soul should understand what is the body. So body means what is that? Body is nothing but 5 senses. The eyes, ear, nose, tongue, whatever, all these 5 senses. So how the driver should be master of that car. Otherwise he will carry it out. Now the car is driving him. You understand the like analogy, like? So if the car is driving us, then we will be on at most risky. If we are driving the car, it gives the pleasant experience. The similar way, if our senses are driving us or the soul is driving the senses, this distinction we should be clear, then we will get the pleasant experience, then that is the real bliss. Otherwise it is not the bliss. Say suppose if I want to see the nice scenery and I want to go there, because eyes want driving me to, like people goes like thousands of miles to see nice sceneries, because my eyes is driving. I want to taste nice palatable dishes. I don't care how they cooked, what they cooked, I will eat it. If they say somebody give me a good experience and knowledge about that food, I will eat it because my tongue is driving me. Similarly, if that I want to go here, I want to go there, I want to do this, because these senses are driving us. The soul is not driving. So though you are feeling that you are being like enjoying, that is not, because it is you are at utmost risky. Take that similar car example. How you should be an expert of this. The soul should be an expert. It should not be driven by the senses. So again, if we will come that by that say suppose in the how they cannot revive the dead body in the machine and all, right? If any part is gone, wear and tear, they will replace and get it worked again. But why they whoever refuting that this body is just mere combination of the chemical elements, why they are not able to revive it? So they should not understand. If they are not able to explain it properly, they have to accept it. Okay? So once we are understood that we have consciousness, consciousness is the how we can perceive that the soul is the symptom of that consciousness. So we cannot see some things, but it does not mean that it is not exist. So many things we cannot see. We have 4 defects. Everybody knows that. Like we are prone to do mistakes. We are like illusion, cheating propensity, and with these four defects, we cannot understand the things. And we cannot perceive. So if I cannot see the air, can I see the air? But I can feel the air. So we can perceive the things. So one good example is like whatever cannot be perceived through the knowledge. I cannot perceive. I cannot see the. If I see the garland, I cannot see the thread. I can see only flowers. But I can see the thread through my knowledge. That is the Shabda Praman. It is utmost important. We can derive conclusion, Pratyaksha, Anumana and Shabda. Pratyaksha means a direct perception by seeing that, feeling that I can see one thing. The another thing is logical inference. Anumana, okay, if it is like this and if it is like this, so that I can derive like that. And the third one is the Sabda Praman, by hearing from the authorities. The hearing from the people who know this knowledge, and by hearing, this is the or scriptures. So the Sabda Praman is the utmost and the topmost knowledge. The soul, if you want to, in our shastras, the soul size is explained. It is the size wise, it is 1/10,000th part of the tip of the hair. It is very small. We can see that small soul is there in us, and small ant and big whale to elephant, whatnot, all living entities. So if that small soul can do many wonders, we can see big skyscrapers or big inventions we are making. And what to speak the comparatively the whole, the supreme, how can he do the things? So we understand that, therefore all our feelings, sometimes, right, we feel the cold water. If you take that, if I want to take bath in early morning with the cold water in the winter, it will be very, very pain to me. And the same cold water, the level of the cold water, whatever I get, if I take bath in the summer, it gives the pleasant experience. So the same cold water, the same chemical combination, it is giving a different experience, a pleasure or pain. So this is all due to the body. It is the body which is feeling. Due to our feelings of distress and happiness is our due to the body. So body under certain condition and mind feels happiness and sometimes feels distress. So we are all hankering for the happiness. It is no doubt about it, because we are like anandamayobhyasaha. We are the pleasure seeking. So the soul property is, everybody knows that these three. So soul is eternal, it is knowledgeable, and it is blissful. So Sat Chit Anand. So everybody wants to enjoy, everybody wants to feel the pleasure. So, and everybody wants to be knowledgeable, and after having these two, nobody wants to die. This is the third. So eternity, we want these three eternity. So if you take that, every day we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. In that Krishna in the Sanskrit, Krish means greatest, and Na means pleasure, the highest pleasure. Krishna is the greatest pleasure. He is the one, like we are the part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. So it is when Krishna is the greatest pleasure and we are also part and parcel of Krishna, so we are also seeking the pleasure. There is no doubt about it. But we should know art of drawing the pleasure. Then only we feel complete, satisfied. Otherwise, we feel empty. Because we do not understand the capacity just to calculate mathematically what the size of the soul, how small, and how it is doing wonderful things. And we need to know when we are hankering for the pleasure, and when we are seeking for the pleasure, we need to do with utmost knowledge. That is important. So we are those who are too much attached with this bodily pleasure, and by the conception, one who is illusioned. That person cannot fix up in his identification with the soul. So the critical point here, if we indulge in our bodily pleasure, that pleasure is flickering. We cannot enjoy. Bodily pleasure we cannot enjoy. That is like just intoxication. When person intoxicated, he forgets his own consciousness, and how he is feeling, that is a happiness. The similar way, the happiness what we are getting with this body is like it is not actual pleasure. The actual pleasure, whatever is not related to the body, actual pleasure is perceived by the soul, is the actual pleasure. So we have to guide our life and we have to mold our life in such a way that we must not diverted by the so-called bodily pleasures. And we are diverted by the bodily pleasures, then we cannot fix up our mind in the identification with the soul. So when we are understanding that the actual pleasure is perceived by the soul, that is the actual pleasure, and the Krishna says in the next verse, Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna Nirdandvo Nitya Satvasta Nirayoga Kshema Atmavan. So the translation is, the Vedas mainly deal with the subject of the three modes of material nature. Now Krishna is asking him, rise above these modes, O Arjuna, be transcendental to all of them, be free from all dualities and from all anxieties for gain and safety, and be established in the self. So you establish at the self level and move above to these three modes of transcendental, three modes, and move to the next level is called transcendental level. So Krishna says bhoga means enjoyment, enjoyment of life. Everyone wants to enjoy. We discussed that. Who does not want enjoyment? But it is that because our pure life and pure constitution, mode of enjoyment, that is the real enjoyment. So demands for enjoyment is not unnatural, it's a natural, as we discussed. This is the it is our birthright, because the soul is the spirit soul. The spirit soul property is the pleasure seeking. So, and another verse Krishna is saying, Ehi samparsa cha bhoga dukkha yonaya evate adyantavanta kaunteya nateshu ramate buddha. So an intelligent person does not take part in the source of misery, which are due to the contact with these material senses. So when we are contacting with these material senses, then we will feel the dukkha, miseries, the source of miseries. So this is the real understanding. So what we are doing, we are not stopping our action, but we are controlling our senses, we are observing our senses, who are driving what. So pleasure have beginning and end, and so wise man does not delight in them. Adyantavanta kauntayana teshu ramite buddha. So you understand that whatever the pleasure and pain you are experiencing in this material world is temporary, it is not permanent. And you also understand that when you are engaging your material senses in the intelligent person does not engage or take part in the sources of misery which are due to the contact of three modes of material nature with these material senses. So in 10.36.39 Srimad Bhagavatam, so when we are not uncontrolled desires, what happens? It is an example of Kamsa, right? Kamsa manorathan karotyuchai jano daiva hatanapi yujyate harsha sokabhyam tatapyagnam karomite. An ordinary person is determined to act on his desires even when fate prevents their fulfillment. Therefore, he encounters both happiness and distress, yet even though such is the case, I will execute your order. So, when Akrura being ordered, right, when Akrura being ordered to bring Krishna to his courtyard, right, he want to kill. So we know that what happened then. That time he is saying that, oh master, if your fate is like that, if you are inviting death, I am going to execute your order anyhow, like that. So sometimes, right, we in meetings and all, engagement, whenever we are office meetings and all, somebody giving some feedback or some suggestion, we feel that, is that works? When we say it does not work, we feel that, wow, it's interesting. Interesting means they cannot say that you fool, if you think that it will work. We cannot say like that. That's why it's interesting. Like that, Akrura is saying that to act according to his desires, if the fate prevents their fulfillment, therefore he encounters both happiness and distress. So here also Akrura wants to tell that you sent first Putana plan A didn't work. You next send Sakatasura, that didn't work. Next Trinavarta, plan B, plan C, plan, now he came to the like plan Z. He wants to, he have two more other options at that time, like at this point of that Bhagavatam is like Keshi and Vyomasura. He wanted to do those trials. So I know last time India lose the World Cup, but though they have the home advantage, so Krishna here want to, Kamsa wants to Kamsa is thinking that maybe my plans are failing is due to the Krishna have the home advantage. Let him take it out, take out from there and bring it to his kingdom. So he want to arrange like Kuvalaya Pida and whatnot. He want to wrestlers, Chanura and Mustika, and he have other plans. So that time Akrura is saying, why you are not understanding? So Einstein says that one interesting thing, like if you are trying the same thing again and again and expecting a different result, it is madness. So like that he is trying again and again here, and he wants to see a different result. He want to see the Krishna to be like killed or finished. It is not happening. So that's why now he wants to bring out of that Vrindavan, and he want to bring here and do that Gokula. So here the Akrura is saying that you should understand what is where you are failing. You just, so here interesting point he says that how non-devotee speculates, more than that we need to introspect. Devotees should introspect if we want to grow in our bhakti or spiritual practice. How they are speculating, we should, more than that we should more introspect in ourselves. So the he is telling that stop your activities. Akrura wants to say, you fool, stop your activities, but he couldn't say that. He know what kind of result can come. Akrura can see it. He is going to be killed. But he is not understanding that. Okay. So I wondered, I have seen there is a workshop, how to grow in your life by doing nothing. The workshop is that transcend in your life. The workshop intention is that, because like how to stop our temptations. That is the biggest thing, right? Issue in our nowadays, so much distraction. If you can stop the temptation, the half of the battle is won. So Japan, in the Japan, there was a like proverb: a man takes the drink. Now equal rights, women also takes the drink. Man or women takes the drink, then drink takes the drink, the next drink takes the man or women. This is what happens. So first first drink you only take. The next drink, the drink which went inside takes the drink. Then after that drink takes this man. So we need to understand when we are doing the choices, the bodily pleasures, choices, we need to constantly make choices, a right choice. Otherwise, we will be bewildered, illusion. Apahrita chetasam. We will be bewilderment. We are like under illusion. We are thinking that we are all right. So one funny thing is that whenever the fully drunken man, he will move like this. I am all right, he will say that. He is so much carried away, he does not know that he is not all right. And he thinks that everybody is moving. It is so much funny that. So sometimes when we are carried out by these things, we also perceive when the spiritual things we cannot take, because we are already in full bewilderment. Krishna says that whoever bewildered by that bhoga aishwarya, sense enjoyment and aishwarya opulence, they will be bewildered. So one person, one of the lecture, I heard that one, I think Sachinandan Maharaj, the one devotee asked, how you are performing? He is like a childish mentality when he is going to any class. He doesn't matter whoever gives the class, he will go with pen and book. Sachinandan Maharaj. Imagine he is 50 plus years of sadhana. He is in the moment. Still he will take notes. So one person asked Maharaj, how you are like so determined? How you are like executing so consistently? Maharaj said one thing, you need to develop the taste of Krishna. You need to develop the taste for the Krishna, otherwise you cannot. So devotees, we need to develop the taste, rasa. So before we need to develop the rasa, these are the two things. We need to constantly stop our mind, our bodily senses, and we need to engage our senses in the service of Krishna. In Rupa Goswami explained in Padyavali how to stop desires. It is wonderful. Kashayanna chabhojanadin yaman no vane vasato vyakaranad atava muni vrata barchod bhavakshiyate kintu spita kalindi salilatanayati retu vikridato govinda padaravinda bhojanambudaisalesadabi. So kashayan, by wearing saffron clothes, kama will not stop you. Wearing whatever, kashayan, saffron clothes will not stop your desires. Nacha bhojaneshu, I eat only before 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, I will eat this much food. No, that will not your desires, that will not stop your desires. Kashayan nacha bhojaneshu nacha vane vasato, I am going and staying in a secluded place in vana, forest, that will not stop your desires. Vyakaranat atava muni vrata, I know the philosophy, I completed Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhava, Bhakti Sarvabhauma, Bhakti Vedanta. Good, we need to pursue that knowledge, but that will not enough to stop by kama, desires. Bharachodbhavakshiyate, what then, how we can stop these desires? Kintu spitakalindi salilatanaya tireshu vikridato govinda padaravandra badinodmava leshadapi. So what we need to do? Kalindi, the Mount Kalindi, the river comes from that mount, that Yamuna. And that banks of the Yamuna, one boy, he is standing in Tribhanga form, and his eyes are crookedly looking and dancing, and Padaravinda, and if you take shelter of that person, and Lesadapi, if you take the service of that person, then you can stop these desires. Kintu spita kalindi salilatanaya tireshu vikridato govinda padaravinda bhajanarambasya. Bhajana means service. If you are thinking, remembering, doing service, lesadapi, small, then you can like conquered by the desires. Otherwise, you cannot. So devotees, sadhana is important. Knowing is not sufficient. We three things: sadhu, shastra, and sadhana. We have sadhu, like we are associating here. We need to get, when we are associating, we need to learn how you are doing, Prabhu, what you are reading, how you are growing. So we need to inquire what he is doing, how you can develop. That is sadhu. Or like, so funnily, Radhesham Prabhu says that 4-5 devotees going together to the movie is not association. Association means talking about career planning, financial planning. These are all not association. That is not real association. Even though devotees talk about how you are progressing, what can I do, secretly reveal where you are struggling and try to improve. That is that will help us. I will share one story. Like one of my Siksha Guru, he happened to visit France. So one time he visited France and he is doing book distribution. So when he is, France is a typical country, nobody likes to speak English. They are so much so that you should speak in French. You learn our language. So somehow he is trying to manage whatever he learned, small French words, and one Muslim person approached him. He is holding Bhagavad Gita and he is pointing. He is Krishna. Do you know? Yes, I know. He is saying that, yeah, I know Krishna. How do you know he is Krishna? No, he is constantly in my mind for a few years. How? You are a Muslim. I think his name is Abdullah or something, Sheikh or something. So you are Muslim. How Krishna is constantly moving? So one time I visited India. Okay, that time I visited a temple. Then where? Which temple? Where? You don't know, that is a remote place in Rajasthan. Oh, Rajasthan. Oh, which place? It is in Jaipur. Oh, okay. Jaipur, okay. You don't know, and okay, what did you see there? Why it is constantly in your mind? Then I visited Govinda temple there. Then since the time I have seen that, I happened to go. I didn't go any other temple, only I went to that temple, and I have seen Krishna. I have seen that his eyes, his like the devotion, what I get over that, and devotees. Since then, Krishna is constantly in our mind. So I thought, like, he is the Praman for us. Like, he has seen one time, and from then it is constantly in his mind. In the Srila Rupa Goswami in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is saying that Smeram Bhangitraya Parichitam Sachi Vistirna Drishtam Vamsi Nyasadara Kishalayam Ujvalam Chandrakena Govindakyam Haritanum Itakeshi Titropakante Ma Prekshista Tava Yadi Shake Bandhu Sangestiranga. So the translation is, oh my friend, if you desire to enjoy with your friends and family relatives, then do not look up the form of Sri Krishna. Wandering near Keshi Ghat on the bank of Yamuna river at Vrindavan, with a slight smile on his lips, posed in his threefold bending posture, eyes glancing everywhere in a crooked fashion, flute placed on the red lower lip like a tender bird, and shining gloriously with a peacock feather. So once you attracted to that the face of the lotus face of Krishna, who is in the three bending form with a slight smile and holding the flute, then you never attract to your relatives, friends and family members. So Rupa Goswami says, so every day we are looking here in the temple, but everyone has a different receptive capacity. So a taste of that Krishna. So if any South Indian Matajis ask to prepare sambar, then they don't go to the cookbook and see how to make a nice sambar. Because the parampara, right? It comes from, the recipe comes from mother and they do keep on doing that. So, but that taste they are getting without going to the cookbook because it's the parampara. But now we are not in that parampara system. We need a cookbook to get that rasa, taste. What is that? Srimad Bhagavatam. So where it is discussing the pastimes of the devotees, pastimes of the Krishna, how they enjoyed and how they are get that rasa we need. So we must learn that taste. So Raghunath Das Goswami in Stavali, he is nicely explained. It is very, I like this one, very nice. And whenever I want to recite here, Radeti Nama Navasundara Siddhu Mugdam. Radha, the name. Sundara Siddhu Mugdam, it is taste like a nectar. So excellent fresh nectar drink with endless subtle taste, such is the name of Sri Radha. And Krishneti Nama Madhuradbhuta Gada Dugdam, this is the milk. Krishna name is like a milk. How this milk is condensed? It is stirred, boiled again and again, stirring. Then it is sweet added in that. The condensed milk, the Krishna. Now this nectar Radha and Krishna is put in this one jar. Now third one, Sarvakshanam Surabhi Raga Himena Ramyam. Now you add your Raga, Bhava while chanting. It is like ice. Then you mix it in the mixer jar. Then Kritva Tadaiva Pibame Rasa Kshudarte. Whoever like quenching with the thirst, then any other drink we can get it, and it is unpriceable. You need to drink that juice. So Radha, Krishna, and we need to add our bhava, raga, anurag to that. Then only we will develop the taste. Then only when you develop upper taste, higher taste, we will give up the lower taste. Otherwise, we will be carried out by this material, whatever we talk. Bhoga Aishwarya Prasaktanam. Bhoga and Aishwarya. Bhoga means the sense gratification, Aishwarya means opulence. We are carried out by this, then it is a biggest hindrance to perform our sadhana. It is the biggest hindrance. We cannot do any devotional service knowing, coming to temple, we are not in Krishna consciousness, devotees. This is I learnt recently. It is not in Krishna consciousness. Executing, following, doing sincerely, then only we are in Krishna consciousness. Knowing is not the Krishna consciousness. What we are taking out when I am stepping out from the temple today, this is all for me. That's why I choose this verse. Don't think that I am like firing on anyone. It is for me. When I choose the verse, I'm telling the secret. Wherever I am lacking, I will take that so that I can do more analysis on that. So I am struggling doing sadhana, so I took this verse. Whenever we are stepping out from the temple, like what I gained from this, then that introspective makes us perfect, at least striving towards perfect. Otherwise, Bhoga Ishwarya Prasaktanam, that's it. So, the reality is in this spiritual, okay, this is the final thing I will conclude here. So, why it is so difficult performing spirituality in this Kali Yuga? In Bhagavatam nicely everybody knows, Parayena alpayeshu sabhya kalavu asmin yuge jana manda sumanda matayo manda bhagya upadruta. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gave amazing explanation on this verse. Okay, why the spirituality is very difficult in the age of Kali? Prayena alpayushu. We know our age, duration of the life is very, very small. Understand that how many jobs we need to perform day-to-day life, and how many problems we need to resolve on top of this small duration of the life. Imagine you got the time. Prayena alpayushu, you got the time. But the next problem is manda, we are lazy. So we want to get up early in the morning, we have a cause. Why I am not chanting? I have a cause. I have everything, justification, complete 100% justification I have. Why you are not coming to the book distribution? I have solid justification. So this is what? Lazy. If we want to make it, make it. But we are lazy, manda. Imagine you got the time, you are active. The third problem is sumanda. Sumanda means we are unintelligent. We will whenever this unintelligent, one example in the Srimad Bhagavatam, this is example on me actually. So Srimad Bhagavatam, one chapter is there, Purusha Sukta confirmed. So I read the chapter 3 times. I didn't understand what is Purusha Sukta and what is confirmed. That is what the level, right, I have now. Because it is unintelligence. I don't have the poor fund of knowledge. I am full. I don't have that. Imagine I am I got the time and I am active. I am went to a person who is intelligent. But the problem is, fourth problem is there. Manda bhagya. We are so unfortunate. We will go to the wrong guru. So clearly says that, Prabhupada mentioned that the milk is so nutritious, but when it is touched by the serpent, it is no longer nutritious, it is poisonous. So this is our unfortunate Amanda Bhagya. Okay, imagine you got the time, you are active, and you are went to an intelligent person, you are went to a devotee, a nice devotee. The last problem, upadruta. We are disturbed. We know we are on all the track, but we are disturbed. So many other things, so many other distractions. Now shorts came. 1 minute they will tell. We think that 1 minute only. We know that man, women drinks a drink, drink, and drink man, women. One shot I will choose. short, choose another short, YouTube shorts. Because AI, right, artificial intelligence, it recommends, hey, you have seen this, you would like to see this, and it will give another 1 minute, another 1 minute. I never know that I have passed 30-40 videos, shorts. These are that, we are distracted. Devotees, we need to take conscious choice when we are making. So we need to force our mind. So when we sharp our intelligence with the knowledge, then intelligence take over the mind, then we will do the sadhana, and sadhana will take us to the next level. Then only we can do sadhana, otherwise we cannot. We need to develop the taste. I am stopping here. Please forgive me if I speak anything unrelevant, or it is my ignorance, my understanding issue. If you feel that something is take away, it is all our predecessor gurus. Thank you all for patiently listening to me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna devotees, any questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhu,
Hare
thank
Krishna.
you. I listened to the final few minutes, but that was very touching. So Prabhu, while we don't have the intelligence when we are new in Krishna consciousness, and intelligence is not making sense to us, at that point of time, if there is a particular service which we like, can we focus on that piece, and will that take us through and help us develop that consciousness and interest in the knowledge?
I will try to answer, Mataji. This is one way only I can deliver, but yeah. So I didn't, maybe the question you are saying, Mataji, you are interested in one service, you are performing that?
Yeah, because we don't have the intelligence like that to understand the knowledge, Prabhu. It's like you gave the example 3 times. So while we are still conditioned, can we just keep purifying ourselves in a particular kind of service which comes naturally to us?
Mataji, maybe it is overloaded question to me, but I will try to understand, and any other devotee can answer. What I personally think, Mataji, like Siksha Guru, the gurus, sometimes, right, we are carried out because of our conditioned nature. Again, the same example, sometimes the intoxicated person thinks that he is all right, but we know he is not all right because he is in conditioned state, he is in drunken state. So he need someone assistance. So we need to see that whatever the service we are like to do is that improve our bhakti, is taking towards to Krishna, and it is allowing us to grow more and encourage to take more service. So in that way we need to see. Yes, Mataji, that's what I can think, that Siksha Gurus may be the better, like whoever feels that they are like understand us, we can reveal our mind and talk to them, they can tell that that service is better or any other service. Sometimes we don't know that we are having some like hidden talent. They can understand that you are thinking you are not able to do, but you can do it, you try this, then they can gauge us, we are going good or anything needs to be done. Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Also, one thing, Mataji, I would like to add is you can. By doing that service, you can have a checkpoint, right? Saying that, okay, 2 months back, I started this service. I was here in Krishna consciousness. After 2 months, okay, where am I in Krishna consciousness? Do I need to adjust something? Then I think talking to Shiksha Guru or Diksha Guru might help and try to readjust and see. And that's how you go ahead in Krishna consciousness, I guess.
And one more point I want to add, but maybe it's irrelevant, but I want to say, sometimes people think that I'm not eligible, I'm not able to do this service, but whenever gurus came, then that is actually wonderful. Then only, whenever we are able to do the service effortlessly, easily, then we will not surrender to Krishna. Whenever the complex service is given, then pray to the Krishna. Hey Krishna, the Guru gave this service, but I don't think I am able to do. Give me the intelligence. So that surrender also comes when the difficult service comes. So that is good. One way is good. Then only we will take the shelter of Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna devotees, any other questions? We are now 1 o'clock, so any questions? Okay. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Such a wonderful class. We learned so many things from this class. We'll try to implement. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very
Thank you,
nice.
Prabhuji.
And we look forward to hear from more classes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna devotees. We will move on to our next program, that, Arati. Please stand.
They are both winning together. They are both winning together. Colors and
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare,
भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की वृंदावन धाम की नवदीप धाम की यमुना देवी गंगा देवी तुलसी देवी भक्ति देवी की बृहद मृदंगा की हरिनाम संकीर्तन की सामवेद भक्त वृंद की गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada ki Hare Krishna Temple of Austin ki Lord Premanande.
Do I just go? Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. प्रपदे नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपद्ये तव करकमलवरेण खाम् अद्भुतशृङ्गा हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव कर कमल वरेण खाम् अद्भुत श्रृंगार दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु केशवधीता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय प्रहलाद महाराज 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 जय प्रभुपदा 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 निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
नरसिंह भगवान की, प्रहलाद महाराज की, गौर प्रेमानंदे।
Thank you, Rajbhumi Mataji, for today's Pujari service. Thank you, Vandya. That's a wonderful Kirtan. Thank you, Sevya, for supporting. And Hitesh Prabhu and other Prabhus who are supporting.